Graves County with a lot of speed, a lot of ball handling skills, so not an easy game, but this is what you got to have because the next one is the big district matchup against Madisonville that will come up on the 5th.
I was just informed by our technical guru that we should be back up and running online, so if you're listening to the radio and also trying to stream with us, we hope we can continue our stream. The weather is just throwing us a few curveballs. We know we have that big storm coming up from Hurricane Harvey.
Smiley and Freeman back in the ball game. McEnany and Fletcher come out. Good minutes by McEnany coming in at that center spot to give Taylor Freeman a breather.
Yeah, that's one thing, and we see this that that the ability to have this deep bench should make a difference for the Tigers as the game goes on. Now it looks like the Graves County has a nice deep bench as well, as they have rotated in 4 players, I think, to so far in the game.
Ball played back to Smiley. Smiley looking for Freeman, picked off by Graves County. Maggie again there defensively for the Lady Tigers. Graves plays it to the far left side. That'll go out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for the Lady Tigers as Matea Butts is set to check in for the Lady Tigers. Coming out will be Lucy Goffinetti, who's played a nice game so far tonight, Joe. Made some nice moves on that far sideline.
Absolutely, and it looks like the Tigers are having a little more luck keeping that ball in Graves County territory, so giving us a little more opportunity. Great flick.
Throw in comes into Freeman. Freeman plays it right over to Butts as she gets in the action quickly. It's going to go off of her on the sideline. Throw in just about in front of the student section for the Lady Eagles. Don't forget, tomorrow night it's football action pending the decision by Hopkinsville and Caldwell County whether or not to move that game or not. They're supposed to know, from what we understand, by noon tomorrow whether that game will be played tomorrow night or Saturday night.
You know, it is fluid, Dennis. That weather has changed as the day has gone on. We weren't sure if we were going to get this game in,
right?
And then all of a sudden, here we are.
And it's going to be a yellow card on Graves County as they will send one to the sideline. Little bump too much over there. She comes off smiling, so I don't think it's the end of the world for her by any means. Usually you don't see a player smile after a yellow card, but she was able to get one there. It's going to be a free kick from about 30 yards out. Smiley lines this one up. She's got the distance up and just missed on the far corner. That one had potential the whole way, and also there is Seibert. Oh, you want to go to a break?
Yeah, just okay, 30 seconds.
We'll go to a quick break. We've got 13 minutes left in the first half as Graves County leads this one. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. You're listening to Lady Tiger Soccer on WPKY.
It's going to be your best pizza ever.
Sorry, kid. It's been done. Introducing the new Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest Pizza. A large pizza with the most cheese and the most pepperoni at the nation's best price.
But my mom says
this much cheese and pepperoni is what dreams are made of. Come get a large, hot and ready Extra Most Bestest Pizza for just $6. Only at Little Caesars. Pizza at participating locations plus tax.
And we are back at Butler Stadium. It's Lady Tiger soccer action as the Lady Tigers take on the Lady Eagles of Graves County. 1-0 Graves right now, but the shot on goal by Seibert, a little bit wide left. She had the right idea, had some speed on that ball, and she kicked it just a little too much hook spin.
Yeah, just a little too much hook. Like to see that aggressive play.
Smiley's going to come out, Joe. I think Smiley must have got hit in the stomach or in the back a little bit. She was bent over. So McEnany back in for her. They'll come out and check on McKenzie. Good settle there by McEnany. Ball played out to Ginn. Ginn wants to take it to the corner. Nobody really going to the corner right now. Now Seibert goes that way, but stolen away by Graves before we could get to it. Graves tried the lob up. Giving chase is Adams. She's going to watch it roll out of bounds. It'll be a throw in. Lady Tigers. Good play by freshman Kelsey Adams on that one. Had the patience to let that one roll out and gain possession instead of trying to save the ball. Big kick down the field. Graves County with the shot, but a nice play by Drew Thomas. But that was a well-placed long ball by Graves County.
I tell you, that ball just came back, and for all intents and purposes, she just kicked it, and it happened to drop right in front of the old couple bounces in front of the Graves County player who was able to put a shot on goal.
Yeah, most coaches don't use that. And I really don't know why in high school. I think it's an underused play. They say we're not playing long ball, we're not playing kickball, but plays like that, you see, you can get a scoring opportunity on.
Absolutely, created a great scoring opportunity. So
I can understand maybe if you're in club ball or if you're in a higher level college ball, you don't want to see a lot of that, but you got to remember a lot of these are high school kids and speed counts when you're on this field.
Absolutely. And, you know, again, we've done well utilizing sign. In that case, you know, that defenseman puts that ball down the middle and it's a foot race.
Right.
Definitely some luck involved when it comes to those, but again, like you said, chance for a scoring opportunity. Never want to pass on those.
Seibert and Butts come out of the ball game as Fletcher and Goffinette come back in. 10 minutes from halftime here. Graves County leads this one 1-0 here at Butler Stadium.
Yeah, a couple scoring chances on both sides of the field. Looks like the game has tightened up a little bit. So let's see if the Tigers can't squeeze one out before halftime, Dennis.
Graves County out of the first region. They have the ball at midfield. They play it back, lob up. This one is headed first by Taylor Freeman. A nice play. Now Graves will hit it back. Freeman will settle that one as Caldwell County will set their offense.
Nice.
She switched fields over to Fletcher. Fletcher looks down the middle, but just barely tipped away by Graves County.
Tigers
they get the
moving
ball
up
back
a
up to
little bit.
midfield, but the Lady Tigers, you're right, they're pushing that pressure up to midfield. Graves finds the open man as they turn and make the transition back towards their offensive end. They have it right at midfield. Run going down the far sideline, deflected away by Caldwell County. And this one's going to roll into the 18. That'll be picked up easily by Drew Thomas.
Yeah, a couple quick chances. It's just, again, plays tightening up. Those passes got to be crisp and right on line. Otherwise, the other team's going to pick it off.
Almost a good play from Meriden Janina as Drew Thomas put it well over the midfield line.
Like what I'm seeing from the Tigers, though, Dennis. Certainly going to the ball quicker, much more aggressive.
Yeah, we're physical. This team is way too quick to let them have a lot of easy passes. And, Joe, if you'll notice, they'll set their runs up. They like this right side, but they'll set that midfielder up for a run on right or left side. As soon as that ball's touched, they're not waiting to see if the pass is in the air. They're anticipating that it will be, and it's causing the Lady Tigers a little trouble on the sidelines. Ball's played down and out of bounds. Throw in for Carnahan.
Good defense by the Tigers, center in the middle of the field. Taylor disrupted that play. Oh, they changed the call.
Pookie Traylor back in at forward for Caldwell County. She's the lone player on her offensive end as Caldwell County drops back to defend this throw. Smiley appears to be okay as she is set to check back in at the first Caldwell County dead ball. That one's out of bounds. Should be Caldwell County throw. And not again. Graves takes it off the side of the foot.
Yeah.
Now they're going to play it back to midfield. They'll switch fields on this almost always. When they play it back far enough, they'll try to switch fields with it. Maggie again now has a couple players on her. She's able to get it up. Looks like it's deflected. We'll see if they call.
I tell you, they're just, I know, they're just missing those left and right. But
I know I'll miss one or two a game, but I don't think I usually miss 3 in a row, and that's what it's come down to. But it'll bring Mackenzie Smiley back on as McEnany comes out. Good minutes again from another freshman for the Lady Tigers.
Good to see Smiley okay, too. She had to go out the last time. Looks like she got hit in the stomach or something, but she looks good coming right back in.
That was a good play. I think that was Goffinette put the kick off the side of the foot on as Graves County will go down in the field. They were going to see who had possession, and they're going to call the foul just at the tip of the circle for Graves County.
You know, they both had their foot on the ball, and the Graves County player falls, so.
Lady Eagles put it into play. Ball in the middle. It's going to be picked up by Drew Thomas. But, Joe, that's a dangerous play. If Drew slips or whatever,
absolutely,
the only player around is in a blue jersey.
Yep.
No doubt about it. Come back out to Goffinette. Goffinette with a nice move. Now she's got some room down the left-hand side. Tries to turn it in, looking for the shot, goes between a couple of players, but kicked out by Graves. Header back in by Smiley, puts it down to Goffinette. Another kick out by Graves. This time finds Maggie again just below the circle. Maggie's going to switch fields, look into the corner.
Oh,
She's got Lainey Fletcher on that side. Shot on goal, and just outside as it rolls across the front of the net and out of bounds across the end line.
Great opportunity there for the Tigers, Dennis. Not allowing that ball to clear again. The defense moving up, keeping that ball again, makes a nice, moves the ball across the field, and Lainey puts just a perfect crossing ball, and just a little late for the Tigers closing on that far bar.
Kick out is headed by Goffinet. Over it again. Ginn has it at midfield. She'll play it to the far sideline to Fletcher. And Lainey will have it go out of bounds. Lainey, a very versatile player. I think this is 3 positions she's played already tonight. We're still well into the first half.
Yeah, she's got to be one of the fastest on the field as well.
That one's kicked out of bounds into the student section. Throw in for the Lady Tigers coming up as Carnahan will take the throw. Nice head flick over there. I think that was Pookie. This one's going to go sky high, maybe stay inside the wall, but does not, bounces over. So
a lucky souvenir for some fan in the street.
Somebody goes into traffic for that one as the ball is replaced, put back into Trailer. Trailer plays, goes down inside the 18, no call. Graves County takes it up the left side of the field. Over to Carnahan on the pickoff.
Tigers doing much better job keeping that ball in Graves County territory. It just feels like they can get one here before the end of the half.
Much more pressure on the offensive end for the Lady Tigers in the last several minutes. They still trail this one 1-0 as we get down to about 4.5 left in the first half. No stoppage time to speak of, so the clock should be pretty much on track. Graves goes down the far sideline. That'll be kicked out by Ginn as she'll set her defense. And Graves will bring a couple of substitutes in late in the first half.
Good fight there by the Tigers. Good attacking. Graves County, for all intents and purposes, get lucky clearing that ball because the Tigers had momentum.
Graves trying to make a 1-goal lead stand up, but a lot of offensive pressure by the Lady Tigers in the last 10 minutes or so of this contest. Whistle's going to stop play. Let's see if they'll move her back a little bit. Or I think they were thinking, the coach had a conversation going with a player. They thought she was up for a substitution.
Yeah, okay.
So the Lady Eagles will throw it in down into the far corner. Ball open at the 6-yard line, but picked up by Drew Thomas on a nice low kick.
Yeah, Drew in great position there. Good shot on goal, though, by the Lady Eagles.
Gets it out to Freeman. Freeman has it taken away at midfield. Now Smiley comes into play. Kelsey Adams puts it down the field. She's got a couple of Lady Tigers. Let's see if one can outrun the defense. As Lucy Goffinet had it for a second, taken away by the team in blue. She'll bring it back up to midfield. Pass off stolen away by Ginn. Caldwell looking on this side, this left side, but nobody home. Now this one's going to roll into the 18. Graves has a player coming, puts a shot on, rushed it over the back of the net. Now she had the time to settle and put a low shot on the goal, but I think that was like you have your favorite sandwich sitting in front of you and you can't wait to get to it.
Right.
She could not wait.
See, just that ball went off top of her foot and just flickered over the top of the rail. Really no chance there, but again, that ball squeezes through. Gives that Graves an opportunity for a shot.
Big goal kick by Drew Thomas all the way out past the circle. Graves County gets the first touch. They put it to the left side of the field. Nice one-step move back over. This will be cleared out by Young. She gets it back up near the bleachers. It's going to go out of bounds off of Graves County. Throw in Lady Tigers as we near the 2-minute mark of the first half.
Yeah, important play there by Smiley who deflects that ball because it's setting up to be a shot, and Smiley comes back to help and deflects that shot before Graves can get it off.
Stay tuned at halftime. We'll recap the first half, look at the second, and also give a weather update as we are expecting major weather coming in our way starting tonight. McKenna Jackson has it, stolen away at the 18. She gets it up to Smiley. Smiley looks up the field. She's going to dribble a little bit, drops it back off to Jackson. Jackson with a left-footed kick up the field, deflected just enough for Graves to pick that one up. Now they turn fields and come back into their offensive end, but out of bounds in front of their own bench. Quickly, Jackson comes in with it. Goffinet blocked away from that one. Ball kicked way up in the air It'll bounce out of bounds, and it'll be Lady Tiger ball. Clock stopped at the 2-minute mark, so it's all on the field with the referees at this point. Again, wants to switch fields. A little bit of a shank on that one. Still picked up, though, by Fletcher. Fletcher far side, going to go out of bounds, and it'll be a throw for the Lady Eagles. They'll put a substitute in. 1-0 Graves County. A goal about 10 minutes into the ball game by Graves has them on the board. Caldwell still looking for their first one.
Throw in right over by our student section. You could hear them get a little louder.
Yeah, you love it. Of course, we could never broadcast from the stands at a soccer game unless you want to pay a lot of FCC fines. You're not going to do that, but you hear a lot of stuff over the years on that side of the field.
I've only heard wholesome cheering, Dennis.
We've been to a lot of different games.
I don't know what you're speaking of.
Ball's played by Graves up the field. Giving chase was Ginn. Players starting to look for a little whistle blow right here, but nothing coming up. This game has been physical from the start. Graves County plays in now in front of the 6. Not much on the shot. Easily picked up by Drew Thomas.
Yeah, they, again, quick, we have the ball in Graves territory and 2 passes, and all of a sudden they're down. So you're right, Dennis. They like to use kind of our mindset of using those wings quickly.
Got away with one, a little bit of a push as she went up for the header, but Graves comes back up with possession. And there's the whistle ending the first half of play. So at the end of the first 40 minutes, it's Graves County 1, Caldwell County nothing. We'll be back to talk about the first half, look ahead to the second, and update our weather and have some more things coming up. So hope you'll stay tuned after the break. You're listening to Lady Tiger Soccer on WPKY.
We need your trade. At Tri-Seas Incorporated, we know the dollar is tight, but there's never been a better time to buy a new vehicle. With fantastic rebates, low rates, awesome trade allowance, and 7 American car lines to choose from, Tri-Seas Incorporated is sure to fit you with the perfect vehicle at a price that's pleasing. And as always, if we don't have what you want on our lot, we'll find it for you. Don't go out of town for a good deal. Stay in town for a great deal. Tri-Seas Incorporated, where your trade is worth more. This is Holly Van Hooser with the Woodall Agency in Princeton, Kentucky. Are you wanting the best options that meet your needs? If so, call our friendly and professional agents who are just a phone call away at 365-5541 or visit our website, woodallagency.com. We will give you a free quote for your home, auto, or even your business. We will get back with you on the best options that meet your needs. Our office is located at 110 West Washington Street. Call Woodall, y'all.
Hey, Todd, did you know that Cozy Living in Cheers has new owners? No, I didn't. I was so impressed when I was in there. They have items for everybody. Furniture, boutique, and gifts. Do they have baby items? Yes, and a registry. One thing that impressed me the absolute most was they offer veterans or first responders always 10% off. That is impressive. And you've got to meet their adorable mascot, Jake. He is a golden doodle puppy. I'm definitely going to go by today. Where are they located? 235 Northville Drive, right next to the bowling alley. Cozy living, just like a home should be.
As the sun sizzles outside, drop by Sandra's Gatherings and check out their late summer picks, garlands, and wreaths with loads of bright summer into fall colors. You'll find all American classics with rescued and reproduction pieces to create interiors that are reminiscent of yesteryear's simpler lifestyle. And just plain country accessories, including lamps, pottery, candlesticks, canvases, and much more. Sandra's Gatherings is a cool store with cool prices. And as always, check out their half-price corner. Come on by Sandra's Gatherings at 116 East Main in downtown Princeton. Open Tuesday through Saturday, 11 to 4. Phone 365-4000.
And we are back here to Butler Stadium. We're at halftime. Caldwell County trails Graves County by a score of 1-0. Graves County able to put a goal on the board at the 9-minute mark, and that's held up. Although Caldwell County started out a little bit, they were able to. They were giving up a few easier passes, and early in that first half to Graves County capitalized. But as the half went on, Caldwell County got a little bit stronger towards the 10-minute mark left in the first half. Caldwell really starting to put a lot of pressure on the offensive end, had some shots on goal and some pretty good passes down inside the 18, but not able to put anything on the board yet. But you like what you see, even though they're down one. I think the momentum is with Caldwell County at this point.
Yeah, and, you know, we mentioned it from the beginning. Just like you said, Graves County making some great passes, you know, keeping that ball pretty much on the Caldwell side of the field the first, you know, 30 minutes. You know, Caldwell had a couple opportunities, but really couldn't put anything together. And then all of a sudden, 10 minutes left in the half, they really looked like they were going to have a chance. Of course, Graves made a couple key clears to move that ball and gave themselves a couple opportunities with those 1-2 passes, and all of a sudden they're down the field in a hurry. So, like to see that Tiger pick up their play, and you know, maybe it is maybe they just a little complacent after that 7-0 win at St. Mary's. So it came out a little slow, but this game certainly tightened up to what we expected.
Yeah, and you got to admit Graves County came out a little bit hungrier at the start of the game, and you got to give credit where credit's due. They had some good ball handlers up front. They used that. They were going around a couple of Tiger defenders and really putting the pressure on Drew Thomas. Drew, on one occasion, had to come out and kind of decided not to at the last minute, then had to come forward anyway. And the goal, pretty easy goal by Graves County at that point, but that's the only one they've been able to put in the net. Caldwell County is starting to string together some passes, switch the fields a little bit better and look it over, and they're starting to get more of the 50-50 balls. Early on, it was all Graves County.
It was all, I mean, you hate to say it, but it was all Graves County. Absolutely, Dennis. You know, that's soccer. That one little ball gets through. Here it goes. Makes a play. Drew makes what. You know, again, anyone it's a 50-50 play, you got to come out and play it. And last second, that Graves County able to get a foot on it and just slide it past for that 1-0 lead.
And that's the life of a goalkeeper. She had to make a decision, and sometimes they don't pay off, sometimes they do. But you're not going to get any better. I mean, she's an all-region goalkeeper, so you've got to trust her. She does, and not second guess her, because she is a phenomenal player. She puts you in more positions to score than not. So,
well, I tell you, that ball, right? That ball goes in little bounces. We got a defenseman back there trying to clear. The ball goes off defense, ends up on a foot, and goes in. So sometimes it's unlucky. You know, it goes on both sides. But again, clearly that last 10 minutes of the half, like to see that. Like to see that. Playing by the Tigers, the additional passing, sharper passing, I think also, Dennis. Not just a little more aggressive. Their passes were a little sharper. A couple opportunities with the long ball and utilizing our speed, just like Graves. But I tell you, very, very close match here today. Great soccer game to watch and enjoy before this storm comes in.
And you knew Graves County would bring that tonight. One of the region favorites in the first region, so you know you were going to be in for a tough game. And that may be what the Lady Tigers do. They're playing a phenomenal schedule this year, but they're looking to do a little bit more. They got the district championship back in Princeton last year, big win over Madisonville. First time since we've moved to that district that we've been district champions.
Yeah,
but wonderful. I think the disappointment in the regional tournament is still in the minds of a lot of these players. I know it is the coach. He wants to do more. He's tailored this schedule to get these kids in some tough games, because you get down into late September and then into the October games, you're going to remember what it was like in these tough games like this, win or lose, like the UHA game and this game so far. But it's going to pay off in the long run.
Absolutely.
And that starts Tuesday night as we have the big game against Madisonville.
That's right. We're hosting Madisonville here, Madisonville North. What time? What's the start time of that, Dennis?
I think it's a 7 o'clock varsity kick.
So make sure to join us. Join us on WPKY for that, and also WPKY online stream. Dennis will be bringing the call again Tuesday evening for the first district game of the season. So exciting Lady Tiger soccer.
That's a big rivalry game now, as they are the big district competition. And also, Joe, you've got to look at whoever wins the regular season district championship. With Dawson dropping out, not fielding a team this year, it's a 3-team race. So if you win the regular season, you're automatically in the region.
Yep,
So,
that's good point. Yeah, that's unfortunate, Dawson. We're not able to field a team this year, but you know, smart. But this the 3-horse race, it drops it down one. So again, we expect the Tigers to compete the whole way. Like what you said about Coach Jacobs putting a tough schedule up. There's no doubt about it. But you can see the resilience of this team and the dedication. I'd like to, you know, hopefully they'll come out this second half like they ended that first half, and I fully expect that.
I do too. We are moving up tonight because of some rain in the forecast. Everybody's well aware of a Hurricane Harvey remnants coming up through the southeast, headed to the northeast. I heard today, unless it's changed a little bit, the former eye or center of that storm to pass over Nashville. So along the Kentucky-Tennessee line, they're expecting some forecasts 6 to even 9 inches. The last forecast I looked for the Princeton area was 1 to 3 inches of rain sometime over the night, but the storm is approaching our area. That accounted for the 5:30 kick tonight. Hopefully we'll have this done before that rain starts to set in. Cloudy skies here at Butler Stadium. Little talk on whether the football game will be played tomorrow night or not, Joe, as we will go to the Stadium of Champions set to play the Hopkinsville Tigers. And I think Coach Barnes and the athletic director, I think his name is Roberts, I may be mistaken on that, are going to get together tomorrow. Let us know around noon.
About noon, okay.
If that's going to be played either tomorrow night or moved to Saturday night.
And we'll make sure to update that as we catch any information from the schools on what the status of the game tomorrow evening will be. I know Fort Campbell, if I'm not mistaken, didn't do their game. Yes. Yeah. So we'd like to see that weather go through. Of course, our thoughts and prayers to all the families that are involved in that terrible storm that's moving our way.
Absolutely. As we start the second half, Graves County has first touch to start the second half of play. They drop back, look the field over. No pressure by Caldwell County now. Coach Jacobs is calling for some pressure as Janina goes inside the 18 and makes them move the ball around a little bit. Smiley also coming up. Almost had a foot on that one. Goffinette's going to pose some pressure. Graves County lulled them back in. Now they're going to come up the sideline. Ginn's got to get over and stop that one. It's going to be kicked and it'll go out of bounds. Nice play by Ginn. It's almost like Caldwell County was lulled into letting that ball be moved up, but a good smart play by Ginn. Close that sideline off, and it'll be a throw-in, Lady Tigers.
Yep, both teams coming out aggressive. They made a dangerous play moving that ball back to their goalie. Just barely able to squeeze it over.
Oh, nice flick by Janina. Gets it over to Fletcher. Fletcher had some room on that far side. Now she's going to switch fields, come back to the middle. Janina giving chase. It's going to roll across the 18 before Janina can get there, and it'll be the punt out for the keeper for Graves County.
Let's look for it. Get a body.
Ball up. Nice kick by her just across midfield. Jackson goes to settle, misses on the whip, comes up to Graves County. Defensively, it's Mackenzie Smiley as Goffinette comes back. Mackenzie step for step. Crossover move by Graves, number 12. Again, she's got some nice footwork.
She does.
Number 12 is one of the premier players on this team.
I think
you can easily tell.
I think one of those situations where she was trying to take the ball a little too long, and then number 12 and Maggie got tied up at the same time.
Rachel Mathis, she's a sophomore. The ball is going to go, I think, to Graves. A little talk between the official and one of the Lady Tiger players. Was that Ginn or Freeman?
That was Ginn. Got tied up a little bit and ended up holding the arm and just spun her out of the way. So, you know, nothing malicious there. I mean, there was a grab, but 50-50 both sides.
And they put the ball in play as the ref was talking to Coach Jacobs. I don't know if he realized the ball was in play. Graves quickly put it in play. The kick on goal goes out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick for Drew Hadley Thomas. And Joe, we've talked about this. It's been a physical game early. They let some things go early. The teams feel each other out. They realize that when the calls aren't being made and they're going to get to play a physical game, that's what they'll do. Now, you hate to see that change over as you and I both have during the course of the game, because it confuses the players and makes for kind of a chippy contest.
Absolutely, and you know, you're right. The pace of the game can be dictated by the officiating. So we'll see how the game progresses, but you know, both sides, again, attacking the ball, little physical.
Good play by Smiley, gets it over to Goffinette. Goffinette now has the ball. Nice flick over to Smiley again. Smiley puts it up near midfield, but there's Graves County. Good pressure by Freeman. Freeman has been a steady player, Joe, since her freshman year. And I can remember saying this in a football game, the most unselfish Tiger in any uniform across all the sports, I thought at that time, was Taylor Freeman, and she's done nothing since then to change my mind about it. She doesn't care if she gets 1 goal a season or 20. She's still out there doing what she can for the team every minute she's on the field.
Yeah, I tell you, our midfield with Taylor and McKenzie, or Taylor, yeah, just powerful, and you can tell how she does, how she manages that center of the field.
Graves County with the shot right into the gut of Drew Thomas. She catches it. She's going to come out for her punt at the 18. Ball up. Not as high, but well across midfield again. Gets it over to Fletcher. Fletcher tries to lead Freeman. It's going to be kicked out of bounds by Graves.
Yeah, Taylor, nice control there. Fletcher over to Fletcher, back to Taylor, but player able to clear it out.
I think that is Jackson far side for the throw. Gets it into Janina. Janina double teamed even on the throw. That's the pressure Graves County has put on most of the night.
Yeah, they have been collapsing on our striker.
Throw back in by Caldwell County. Smiley pushes it down into the corner, but Graves County will kick that one off of a Lady Tiger. We'll see if it goes to Graves or if she was out of bounds. And it does go to the Lady Eagles. 5 minutes into the second half, still 1-0 Graves County. They get the ball in, look across the field off the back of Jackson, right back to the Graves player. Now Jackson again with pressure, ball straight up. Rolling around, picked up by Jackson. Jackson wanted to push it up, but went right to a Graves County player. This one's going to go off the side of the foot of Adams back on the defensive line. Out of bounds, throw in Lady Eagles in front of the student section. Janina will stay up the field, the only offensive player for the Lady Tigers. She's at midfield. This one's going to be kicked, and it'll go across the end line for a goal kick for Drew Thomas.
Yeah, not much of a chance there for Graves. Jackson making nice plays on the other side, staying with the play each time. You know, she gets 3-4 touches on the ball, gets the ball to the middle, just not able to get it to one of our players.
Kelsey Adams with a big kick up to midfield. Smiley there, but just a step late as Graves County with the one touch back into the center of the field. Backpedaling is Young. Somebody's got to stop the ball. They get it over to the corner. It's going to be an offsides call on Graves County.
Yeah, that was good play by Tiger defense there, drawing up and making that player offsides for that pass.
Big kick out by Drew Thomas. Goes all the way across midfield. Janina looking at that. Almost got a knee to the stomach. No call on that one. Graves puts it back in the offensive end. And Jackson is there defensively for the Lady Tigers. Kaylin Young now with the kick stolen away by Graves County. Shot is blocked at the 18 by Adams. Adams able to bring it out. She's going to look up the field and tries to go to Janina. It's going to roll out of bounds on the far sideline. Throw in Graves County as they put a substitute into the ball game.
Good play by Adams to move out with that ball as opposed to just kicking it. Saw the potential opening for Janina just a little outside her passing lane.
Lady Tigers are doing a good job defensively. We just need to maybe put the ball at the feet of somebody a little bit more instead of the general area, because the speed of Graves is really causing us some trouble in that area.
It really has.
Graves plays it back to midfield, golfing it there defensively. They put it by Freeman. Now Freeman gets a foot on it, puts it over to Smiley. Smiley back up again, gets past her, but there was Fletcher coming up for it. Graves County able to pick it up. Push in the back by Freeman was picked up. It'll be a kick, and that wasn't as physical as most of the things tonight, so still a foul, but
yep.
not a lot to
the play, but no, there wasn't much to it. Nice
good
help
play there by
nice
Fletcher.
Help by Fletcher.
Fletcher plays it through to Janina.
Nice ball.
Janina has a run now on the far sideline. She's got the ball going up, looking across the field, steps around, puts a shot on, up, and just outside the right side post.
More like that.
Nice play by Janina to step over, bring the ball back towards the middle of the field, and let one rip from about 21 yards out. Didn't miss by much.
No, go with that effort. Starts with that effort from Fletcher. makes a nice play, 50-50 ball, wins it, moves the ball up the side to Janina, who makes a tremendous opportunity.
Janina takes the deflection off the free kick, gets it over to Goffinette. Goffinette battling two people, picked up by Graves County. Again with the pickup near midfield, stumbles. Graves County with the steal just at the circle. Now Graves one up the field. That one's going to be picked up by Kelsey Adams. Big kick from out front on the deflection. Caught easily by Drew Thomas, but that's a nice leg from Graves County from about 30 yards out.
Yeah, that's one of those balls that just rolls right into your stride, so not a bad idea by the Graves County player from that far out.
Collision far sideline. Fletcher and one of the Graves players, they're going to call it off of Laney.
You can hear the additional coaching both sides here by both coaches. Great game we're watching.
It is. You expected this from the start as both these squads look to do some damage in not only in their district but in the region. Of course, Graves in the first region, Caldwell in the second.
You know, yeah, you're right. Great test for both teams.
Graves County able to pull it out. Young goes with a nice defensive block. Now she's going to take it off of a Graves player and out of bounds across the end line. Nice play by Caitlin Young.
Outstanding defense. Outstanding.
Drew Thomas quickly back up the field. This one's going to roll over to Fletcher. Fletcher off a Graves County player. The deflection goes back to Jackson. Jackson wanted a step over move. She gets some pressure on the back and still in a battle on that sideline. Finally able to put it up the field. Gets it over towards Janina, rolls past her off her foot. She turns around, able to pick up control, but nobody back at that point for the Lady Tigers, with Janina having to come all the way back defensively.
Yeah, I tell you, Jackson's so strong back there on the left defense. Just understands the game, understands how to use her body to make openings.
Yeah, Jackson probably could be labeled the most physical player on the Lady Tiger squad, although I think Sarah Grace Carnahan might want to be considered in the voting. But
there's a few of them that come to mind to me.
Graves County puts this up, and this is going to be offsides, well offsides. Easy call for the far side ref. Caldwell County will come out about 30 yards from their own goal to take this kick. It'll be Sarah Grace Carnahan with it.
Yeah, good positioning by the ref. You know, it makes it more challenging when we can only have 2 refs as opposed to the 3 refs. I know there's a little shortage of refs in the region.
Nice lob over by Freeman. This was going to be at the top of the 18, but picked up by the keeper. But a nice thought by Taylor Freeman.
Absolutely. You might have heard Coach said unlucky. That's how I classify that, because that was a potential opportunity.
Graves County takes it back into the offensive end now. Again comes over defensively for the Lady Tigers, step for step. They try to go left corner. Sarah Grace Carnahan defensively back out to number 12. Again has the defense on her. She takes it towards the middle.
Good help.
Nice pick off by Mackenzie Smiley. Mackenzie looks up the field, gets it over to Freeman. Freeman plays it over to Goffinette. Goffinette with a nice squeeze on it. Brings it up near midfield. Now she goes between 2 people. A little bit of a trip, no call. Handball given away, no call. This one's going to be played down into the corner. Graves County comes up, shot on goal, caught by Drew Thomas.
Yeah,
and that's another play. Drew had a chance to come up, made the right decision, stayed back.
Yeah, smart play there by Drew. She looked at it, saw where her defenseman was, and allowed the defense to affect that shot.
And that's her life. She's got to make those split-second decisions, and most of the time, she makes a great call.
Yeah, Tiger, both sides of the field playing great. Again, just like to see that Tigers keep getting that opportunity to tie this one up, Dennis.
About 12 minutes gone in the second half. Graves County still leads this one 1-0.
Here we go.
Lob over is looking for Janina. Janina now has some opening and rushed the shot. She had the goalie out of the box, and the rebound shot by Fletcher picked up by the keeper. Janina saw that one and wanted it. We've talked about laying them on a tray a couple of times tonight, and Janina's eyes got real big on that one. She just put a little too much hook spin on it.
You know, and there where you see sometimes when those goalies get overly aggressive, the opening it could leave, and that goal was, you're right. Now, ball was spinning a little bit, the Meriden's defense, but she did have a little time. I'm sure, like you said, she wanted it, so.
And player goes down. Janina now in a battle just outside the 18. She drops it off to Freeman. Freeman goes over to Fletcher. Fletcher puts a shot on goal. This one's going to be well wide to the left.
Hey, keep this pressure.
Hey, that's right. That pressure's kicked up intensely. Graves County takes a little break here, moves a player in. You can see the goalie slowing down a little bit as well.
Right.
They want to regroup. They don't like what they're seeing.
Joe, we talked about this with about 10 minutes left in that first half or so in that neighborhood. Caldwell County started to get a little bit more aggressive, more play in front of their offensive goal. And it's starting to pick up again here in the second half as we are at the 26-minute mark here in the second. Ball rolls into the 18. Nobody around for the Lady Tigers. And picked up by Graves. Lady Tigers in white tonight. Graves County in the blue. Good game so far tonight. We expected it. And we expect another good one on Tuesday night. We'll be back on the air as Caldwell County and Madisonville will fight for that, what could be the regular season district championship in that game. It'll be here on WPKY. They'll kick off at 7. We'll go on the air about 6:45. So hope you'll hope you'll tune in for that one, live stream or on the radio.
Absolutely. That's the first district game for both teams, Dennis, as I understand it.
I think so.
Yeah, it's going to be a great matchup Tuesday evening. Join us for that.
Big night to be here at Butler Stadium. Shot on goal by Sarah Grace. Not much on that one as she comes up to this one. Picked up by the keeper for Graves County. Nice kick all the way out into the Caldwell defensive end. Carnahan has to go way back. Looks for Freeman. Push in the back against Fletcher. No call. Yep. Coming up to clean that up is Jackson. She puts it up to Freeman. Freeman now with some room. Gets around one player. Gets around another. Still a couple of players coming back against Haley. Jackson's going to come up, pick this one up, take it down towards the corner.
Nice
Got a nice run going inside the 18. And that's going to be kicked out of bounds. It'll be Lady Tiger throw, I think.
It has to be. Boy, I tell you, that ball just got a little too far in front of McKenna. She was making a nice press, and they were collapsing from the other side.
Good flick on the throw in by Fletcher. Gets it over to Janine. Now, Smiley had the open shot for just a second, but the rebound shot comes up, and that's going to bounce high. I think it was Fletcher on the shot. Graves trying to clear it. It does come out. And Lucy Goffinette having to hustle back. Good speed by Goffinette to get it up. And Young's going to put this one back into the offensive end for Caldwell County.
Don't let her mess around with it.
Step over move by Graves. Goes between the legs of Goffinette. Looks like a knee brace has slid off of somebody.
I think it came off the Graves County 12 player.
And Graves has control at midfield. Look back to their offensive end. Sarah Grace Carnahan with the deflection, but Graves able to triangle it back into their end. They're going to try to switch fields. More pressure by Caldwell County as Janina and Fletcher both in the area. And Graves will kick that one out of bounds. Lady Tiger throw with 24 minutes left here in the second half. Graves County holding that 1-0 lead. They scored 9 minutes in.
Like what we're seeing from the Lady Tigers, Dennis. Again, just we're just looking for that one opportunity. And seems like we're getting closer and closer.
It's going to be one of those games where one goal will go a long way. Right now, Graves has the upper hand. They play it into their offensive end. Coming back is Jackson. They turn it to the corner. Young has it deflect off of Graves County, but right back to Drew Thomas. Drew's going to put this one near midfield, I'm sure.
Yep.
Big high kick. Going to be settled by Taylor Freeman off of her, but right back towards Smiley. Smiley puts it in the corner looking for Janina. Janina comes up, and Graves will play that out of bounds, and they'll set their defense. Goffinette will take the throw, looking for Janina or Smiley. Goes to Janina.
Yep.
Janina closed in. Now Smiley has a chance. Kicked away by Graves. Put it to the side to Goffinette. Good meg by Goffinette in between the legs of one player, off of a Graves County player. Now double teamed in the corner. Goffinette still down in that corner. She wants to put it across. Whistle blows.
Wow.
And it's going to be a call against Lucy.
That's a tough call there.
If you're going to call fouls, call actual fouls, please.
And not much on that one. As we noted in the first half, we made the note at halftime. We hope it stayed that way, but starting to tighten up just a little bit. Graves with the free kick from about the 3-yard line. Goffinette goes down in a heap. It's still off of Graves County. Sarah Grace Carnahan with the throw.
Nice.
Good talk there by Taylor Freeman. as Laney, she called out Laney. Laney got the foot on the ball and got hit right in the throw. They're going to call her with the dangerous kick, high kick, when she got taken out on the play, and I really do not understand that. Coach Jacobs not happy with that call, and Joe, we like to give the refs the benefit of the doubt, but that one there was all on, on Laney Fletcher.
And, you
she
know,
had the kick, she had the space.
Honestly, you know, and again, you got aggressive play, but you have a situation where the Graves County player is coming up, gets a high kick into our player, knocks our player down, and, you know, Laney had the...
She had the position.
Had the position and ultimately the possession. So I'm confused on how that could have been called. But again, this is the difficulty with the 2-ref system is this gentleman's back on the, you know, mid-section of the Caldwell side of the field and makes that call that's in halfway in on the Graves side of the field. So it's
tough. It did not go our way, but
doesn't see the angle. But you know, that should have been easy from any angle, quite frankly.
Laney hung in there. She stayed on the field, although she went down for just a second. That ball is going to roll out near our sideline. It'll be throw in Lady Tigers. They get it into Goffinet. Goffinet wanted to go around off of. They're going to call that one off of Lucy. Deflection comes back in, and Smiley's going to put this one out in front of the Caldwell County bench. McEnany's going to go in probably to give Smiley a little bit of a breather.
Yeah, Lady Tigers really putting it all out there.
Seibert on the line too. Throw not over the head, but no call on that one. Freeman comes up for pressure. Settled on the return by Young. Young off of a Graves County player. And she'll quickly put the throw in. And coming out of the ball game is going to be Taylor Freeman and Mackenzie Smiley. We're at the 20-minute mark, Joe. We set for a break. You want to go to a break? We'll take a break here at the midway point of the second half. Caldwell County trails this one 1-0. We'll be back with the action. You're listening to Lady Tiger Soccer on WPKY.
Proudly features low-cost prescriptions and friendly service. Princeton Drug offers in-town delivery, in-store pickup, or in drive-through window. Princeton Drug has a wide selection of Christian greeting cards for every occasion. Princeton Drug is open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5:30, and on Saturday from 8:30 to 2:30. No deliveries on Saturday. Princeton Drug, 103 West Main Street, Princeton. Phone 365-5585.
And Joe, it happens about once or twice a year while we're going on break. Score is made. Graves County in a flurry in front of the net. A lot of pushing and shoving. They were able to squeeze a ball through and into the back of the net. Now Graves County builds a pretty commanding 2-0 lead here on the Lady Tigers.
Yeah, I hate to see that goal go in because the Lady Tigers are just so close to getting one, Dennis. And like you say, just a flurry and ball gets through. So give credit to the Graves County for staying tenacious.
Set to check in is Pookie Trailer for Caldwell County. And coming off the field is going to be Meriden Janina.
Good hustle by Janina out there.
Joe, one of the things about this deep bench for Caldwell County, like that transition right there, that substitution, you really don't lose any speed bringing in Pookie in place of Meriden.
Absolutely.
Ball's going to go out of bounds on the sideline, far side. This one's going to be called.
Well, it's definitely
I don't think anybody has called. Caldwell County ball now.
I mean, it's definitely got to be a Caldwell ball.
Jackson's going to take this throw. Looking inside for Trailer. Now a flurry. McEnany comes in with it. She's going to feed it to the corner to Goffinet. Nice pass. Lucy had to go around a referee to get to the ball. That's going to be kicked out of bounds. It will be a corner kick for the Lady Tigers.
Nice ball coming in from the sideline, gets to the middle. McEnany makes a nice through ball down to the corner, switches the field. Ball goes off the Graves County player. Here we go, Dennis. We got a little opportunity to get one on the board.
And Smiley and Freeman back into the ball game quickly as McEnany and Fletcher will come out. That was a good pass by Kaylee.
Sure.
Caldwell County switching players in the corner. We know what comes here as the ball is in play. It goes up, Hitter by Freeman, just wide left. Nice position on that ball by Smiley on the corner.
Oh, great corner kick by Smiley. And Taylor right on cue. The ball just goes off this one side of her head.
Almost a good answer there by Caldwell County to that last goal a couple of minutes earlier.
Hey, that's all right. Excellent opportunity. Great execution there.
First corner kick of the night for either squad.
Yes, it was.
On the return, Graves County comes across midfield. Nice deflection by Adams. Now Graves County has it back in the 18. There defensively, 2 Caldwell Lady players. Shot on goal is up and in on the deflection. Nice pass by Graves County. Caldwell left one unmarked at about the 10-yard line. She was able to bury it in the back of the net. And Graves County starting to pull away in this one with 16 minutes left in the second half. It's Graves County 3 and Lady Tigers 0.
You know, 2 great, 2 clearing attempts just get blocked, and, all of a sudden, ball ends up Johnny on the spot. A Graves County player puts it in the back of the net, so.
And, Joe, you don't ever say a game is over till it's over. We've heard the old Yogi Berra saying forever, but this game could go from seeing how Caldwell reacts in a close game to a little character builder. Here as Graves County takes the 3-0 lead and not a lot of time left in the ball game. McDaniels defensively, nice defensive play. Shot on goal is caught by Drew Thomas.
Yeah, wide shot, but good job, Morgan. Freshman come in, give a little break to Sarah Grace. And
clouds still building in here at Butler Stadium. You can feel the breeze starting to pick up a little bit, but we've got about 15 minutes left in this ball game to get in before the rains. Hopefully we'll do it. And a hold right there on Becca Seibert. Now they finally blow the whistle on that one. I think Coach Jacobs was really about to help with that call.
That was looking more like a wrestling.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be like a Monday Night Raw takedown on that one. She had Becca wrapped up.
Yes, she did.
Throw in comes over.
All right.
That is Seibert down the far sideline. Off her foot. It'll be out of bounds.
Just off her foot.
Graves throw in. They'll substitute. 3-0 Lady Eagles as we get inside of 15 minutes here at Butler Stadium. Lainey Fletcher set to check in at the next dead ball for Caldwell County. Joe, these are fun games. I don't know how many of our listeners are new to soccer, but if you come out, you'll have a great time. These kids really put some effort in. And, of course, you can get some good food at the concession stand, so it's a fun night for $5. You can't hardly beat it.
Oh, just exciting. High school athletics and wow, what a play by
Great play by Drew Thomas. That's why she's all-region goalie for the Lady Tigers. She had to come out. She came out, challenged that one-on-one, made the catch, and had another player coming right at her head while she was on the ground.
Yeah, physical stop to begin with and a physical, second, so she holds on to the ball.
Graves County player goes down. It's going to be a foul called. I think Ginn or Jackson will be called with that foul. Either way, it's going to be a free kick for Graves County, not far outside the 18. Caldwell County will set up defensively.
Yeah, they're going to keep their line up and see certainly an opportunity here for Graves. So
Pookie Traylor, the only one left back offensively for the Lady Tigers. Graves County set up. Each player marked. Shot up and just wide to the left. Graves County will substitute 219s coming into the game. Fletcher comes in and Goffinette will come out for a breather. You really got to applaud the play of Lucy Goffinette so far tonight. She's really played a good game. Kick out comes to Freeman. Freeman wants to switch fields. Caldwell County a little bit bunched center of the field. They're going to have to spread that out a little bit. It'll roll out of bounds off of Freeman. Throw in for Graves County. Smiley has it. Looks to the sideline. Wants to go up the field to Traylor. It's open in the corner. Traylor giving chase. Graves County plays it back to the goalie. Traylor, if she can get around, a nice play by the keeper. I thought Traylor was going to get to that one first. Surprising speed by the keeper for Graves County. She was able to come out and lay on that one.
That was a mistake by the Graves County defenseman.
Big high bounce controlled by Morgan McDaniels. daughter of our other broadcast partner, Jeff McDaniels, in the game tonight. Morgan now getting back on the play into the corner. Graves able to turn it around. They want to play it to the center. Coming up at the top of the 18, goes off the side of the foot. I don't know if that was a pass or a shot. Picked up, though, by Graves, out of bounds across the end. It'll be a goal kick for the Lady Tigers.
Yeah, Tigers have Pookie almost able to get that by the goalie. Goalie able to smother the ball. Ball comes up in a hurry. Graves puts a shot on goal, but a couple deflections. Back to a goal kick.
Sophomore Seibert is going to come off in place of Matea Butts, I think it is, on the far sideline. Nice play by Mackenzie Smiley. She's able to put it up near Butts. Graves County there with the pickoff at midfield. They'll play another long one down. And they're going to call it out of bounds before she was able to get to it. Throw in by the Lady Tigers as we're down to about 11 minutes left in this contest. Two substitutions for the Lady Eagles. Throw in by Graves, far side. Headed by Matea Butts. Now in a battle on that sideline, goes out of bounds by Graves. Throw in for the Lady Tigers. Taylor Freeman gives chase, a little poke through looking for Pookie. Pookie with one player to beat. Now Graves County able to get back, turns it around. Pookie with the shoulder. Still a battle on the sideline. It's going to go out of bounds. It'll be off of Trailer and a throw in for Graves County. Still another bad throw. That ball didn't come up over her head again. It's twice tonight. No call on that. Caldwell County will back the defense up.
Interesting to see the difference in the interpretation of what a throw-in is.
Yeah. Oh, there's so much subjective in soccer that it's crazy to watch game to game, or maybe even half to half sometimes.
Yeah.
Matea Butts with a nice high kick, looking for Pookie. Pookie triple team now, trying to get through that.
I'll tell you what, she's fighting it though.
A few sprinkles starting to come in here at Butler Stadium as we are under 10 minutes to play now. Stolen away at midfield by Ginn. Ginn feeds it to Butts. Butts has it taken away. And we do have a couple of umbrellas up here we can try to keep this equipment dry with, Joe, if we need to. I've got another one over here. If it gets too bad, we may have to wrap up a little bit early.
Yeah, hopefully we'll see what this weather does. Have a pretty big cloud coming in. You know, we know the storm's coming if we end up having to...
yeah, I don't think it's one, you know, you got the old saying around the area of the south like this, maybe it'll blow over. This one's not going to blow over.
This one's blowing in, so if we end up having to wrap up early, clearly we'll give you an update tomorrow on the Gator and DT show, which is actually starting at 7:30 tomorrow, Dennis. They're having, to my understanding, hopefully, Elijah Singalar calling in.
All right, that'll be great. Of course, Elijah may be starting this week in the first game of the season against Louisville.
Louisville, big game.
Big on the minds here of the community as Elijah put some great years here in at Caldwell County, actually Mr. Football for Kentucky. So that'll be a great guest. Comes up tomorrow on the Gator and DT show, which is, I love those shows. I mean, they do such a good job with that. That's been just a great put together by WPKY to have those two guys do that show.
There's a lot of, you know, a lot of searching as far as the talent went. You know, we had to talk to their agents. They're highly sought after, but we were able to lock them in to a multi-year deal.
Well, I know money was never an issue with that. It was whatever it was going to take, if I understand right. Little push down in the back. Starting to get a bit chippy here as a yellow card comes out for Graves County.
Yeah, that one was a little more deliberate there.
Yeah.
Appropriately so, yellow card, you know, awarded. So.
And number 19 will come out on the yellow card. Lucy Goffinette going in for the Lady Tigers also. But WPKY will have news, and I'm sure Ty will put it on Twitter and on Facebook tomorrow as the decision is made on the football game, either played tomorrow night or Saturday night. That'll be at the Stadium of Champions. That's a well-draining field over there, so they could possibly play, but it just depends a lot on just how much we get overnight, I think.
Yeah, and, you know, hopefully, again, for all the areas, we certainly hope no one gets affected by this incoming storm. There's so many families been affected to date. It's just been a terrible storm.
Ball played at midfield, picked up by Graves County, put the high lob on to the far side. McKenna Jackson goes down over there, tripped, and it'll be Caldwell County ball on the free kick. 7 minutes left in the ball game. Caldwell County, if they're going to do anything, they have to get one in just the next minute or two, Joe.
Yeah, it's getting to that time, Dennis, and if we want to have a potential opportunity to tie this game up, we got to get a quick goal.
That one's going to be called on Taylor Freeman, just another inadvertent. I thought Taylor had some pretty decent position. That's one I think he just let them play on it. Neither player had it affect the possession at all, but it's going to go to Graves County, just inside the offensive end of the Lady Eagles.
Yeah, you can see what Graves is doing as well. They're dropping back. You know, they're content to play that ball in the middle. You know, if they get an opportunity to push up, they will. But you can see, you know, they're dropping 7 back.
Yeah, I think they like their chances of 3-0 lead, especially this late in the ball game, as the wind starts to pick up a little bit more here at Butler Stadium. Sandwich there, ball stays where it was. Graves County able to come in and get it. Nice play on the far sideline by Goffinette. Goffinette has it. Graves player down, but okay. Gets it back to Freeman. Freeman pokes it up towards Traylor. Back over to Freeman. Freeman has it again. Freeman has a player on her shoulder. Stolen away by Graves County as we near the 5-minute mark left in the ball game. Graves puts it back up near midfield. Morgan McDaniels there for Caldwell County, gets it back to Hannah Young. Hannah Young with nice pressure, makes Graves go back to midfield. Bump at midfield by Ginn, no call. Graves with the through ball, and this will be kicked out of bounds. I think Drew was wanting to come up and pick that one up. Nice kick out of bounds, though, by Morgan McDaniels.
Yeah, when in doubt, unless your goalie truly calls you off, you clear that ball, and that's what Morgan did.
One of Jeff's favorite sayings, when in doubt, kick it out. So
that's a good saying.
That's what Morgan did on that. Of course, Morgan, one of those with a big sister that had some great years here.
Yeah, Taylor, another tough defenseman, wasn't she? She's another one to play all different areas of the field.
She was a very versatile player. She played several years with my daughter, so a great player, and hope she's enjoying herself at UK right now.
Tell you what, nice 1-2 by Smiley and Pookie. Graves got lucky to clear that ball out.
Kelsey Adams has one on her back. Now Graves comes up, through ball to the left side. Got a little bit of space. Too far in front of her. She plays it off her foot. Wanted to poke it out just to set the kick up. Went off her foot too much. Out of bounds over the end. It'll be a goal kick for the Lady Tigers. Caldwell County still playing hard, Joe. You got to give them credit. They haven't given up at all in this one as we tick down inside of 4 minutes. They're down 3-0 and knows that probably this is not their night, but the intensity has stayed on the field for the Lady Tigers.
Yeah, absolutely, Dennis, and you know that's what you want to see from your team. You don't want to see that any of that just okay. We're down. We're just gonna give up and go to the next game. No, they're fighting the whole way.
And I think a lot of that starts with their coach and his mentality, Joe, because he's got the most of the starters still on the field and still playing hard in this game. He wants to make points at times this season with the schedule, with the way he plays the players, and I think he's doing a great job. It's a tough schedule. You're not going to go undefeated with this kind of schedule. So
no.
We knew that coming in.
But I tell you what, the Lady Tigers are prepared moving into district play, and that's what you want.
That ball goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for Graves County. Substitutes in for the Lady Tigers as Pookie will come out and Janina will come back into the ball game. So the Lady Tigers will have some nice practices between now and next Tuesday night when it's that big district showdown with Madisonville North Hopkins. We'll have the action here on WPKY. Kickoff for that game at 7 o'clock. We'll go on the air about 6:45 with the call. And Joe Meck, that's one I'm looking forward to.
I am too, Dennis. You know, always exciting to get that district started up, and we're going to see what Madisonville North has to offer.
Graves County has it. Nice step over move. Now they bring it up defensively. It's Hannah Young. Almost another shot on goal by Graves. Not able to get anything on it. A good play by Ginn. She stayed after that ball and prevented Graves County from even being able to take a shot. Graves plays it back to the middle. Good play by number 19. That's Fletcher. Graves still has the ball down in the corner. Fletcher has it. It's going to try to play it over. She's got the ball in a little bit of an angle. Player on her back. Good hustle again by Fletcher. And Fletcher a little bit obvious with the
just leaned in a little too far.
She's going to get the call on that one as we tick down. Minute 45 left. They'll stop the clock. It's all on the referee's watch now. No stoppage time, so probably not over 2 minutes left in this one. The free kick's going to go across the end line. It'll be a goal kick for Drew Thomas. Not much on that one. Never had a chance of going in.
I tell you, Dennis, let's mention our sponsors. We appreciate
sure.
all of our sponsors, as we're probably going to have to wrap this one up in a hurry.
You got a list of those sponsors with you, Joe? Because I do not.
Yep.
Okay.
We just like to appreciate all of our sponsors who help us bring Tiger Sports to you on the radio and also when we have the opportunity to stream.
Shot on goal is caught by Drew Thomas. Joe, we want to mention Bella Marie, the Black Patch Grill, Capital Cinemas, Computer Consulting Services, HLS Health and Wellness, Treasures Remembered Florist, Kay's Kitchen, Hancock's Neighborhood Market over in Katie's, Tons, Little Caesars, Cozy Living, Gold and Diamond Outlet down in Eddyville, and Adams Breezy Hill Farm. So we thank those sponsors for being on board with us in many of them football and soccer for the fall. So we enjoy our sponsors. A lot of good friendships with those folks. So stop in when you hear them have a commercial here on the air. Hear us mention them. Stop in and tell them that you appreciate them helping us bring you Tiger and Lady Tiger sports in the fall here on WPKY.
Absolutely. That's our local businesses taking care of our local station. So once again, the only way these broadcasts are able to bring them to you is because of our sponsors.
Janina almost had a shot on goal, double teamed up by Graves County quickly.
Yeah, you can see Coach move Smiley up front with her.
And I don't think we'll bother with bringing Eric up tonight. We'll probably want to pack this up right after the game is over and get this one ready for football action either tomorrow night or Saturday night, depending on the weather and the call from the ADs at Caldwell and Hoptown. Free kick comes up. It's at the top of the 18.
Get one, Taylor.
Taylor wanting to put a late goal in, double team, puts the shot up.
It's got to be a corner.
It's going to be a corner kick. Good job by Taylor. It takes some strength to muscle through two players like that and even get a shot off.
Ended up being 3 at the end.
So Caldwell County is going to put this one in the corner. Could be around the last play of the ball game.
Sure like to see the Tigers get one in here.
Smiley puts this one in low, batted around, and that's going to be the whistle.
And you called it, Dennis. It's the last play of the game, but again,
they did let them get the kickoff. I have seen that once, that they called it as soon as they set the ball in the corner. So Lady Tigers had the opportunity for the corner kick late in the ball game, but did not convert. So that's going to end it with us, Joe, and I think we better go ahead and pack this one up. That's going to be a final here from Butler Stadium. It was Graves County 3, the Lady Tigers nothing. They'll be back in action on Tuesday night. We'll have that big matchup with Madisonville. We'll put word out tomorrow. Hopefully we can play tomorrow night and everything's good, but if not, it'll be on Saturday night. It's Caldwell and Hoptown in high school football, and we'll have all the action live streamed here on WPKYonline.com and on the air on WPKY. So for Darren Lewis and Joe McEnany, I'm Dennis Stevens. That's going to do it for us tonight. Again, the final here from Butler Stadium. It's Graves County 3, Caldwell County nothing. We'll see you tomorrow night from Hopkinsville.
Tonight's game brought to you by Echo Charlie's at 80 Creek Marina, Caldwell Medical Center, Farmers Bank and Trust Company.